The police weren't yet here, but it was time to lay this mystery to rest. I do so love it when someone other. Wonderful, everyone.
Begin, what?
Why, exposing the murderer, of course.
You mean...
Of course I do, my dear.
Well...
Pity. You were the one who said we had...
Come now, darling, you simply can't keep us in...
Yeah, after all this, it better be good.
Tut-tut. All in good time, my dear little girl.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you see anyone leaving the house?
No, ma'am. There was no one there. And nobody...
No, I'm sure they wouldn't. That glowering gaze of yours
Indeed not. I saw nothing of the sort, and if I might say so...
I didn't see anything either. Nope.
Good then, so we agree. Nobody else has entered or left...
Darling, this is just too much. If you make us wait even a moment...
Oh, I'll take more orange juice. If someone is getting drinks, that is.
Yes, sir. But first, how about...
This is it then. Whoever I point to now, if they wanted to have half... It was you, little Miss Charisse.
What? No, Bollocks. Complete bollocks. Sherry wouldn't hurt anyone.
I have to agree. Miss Charisse is an angel, a paragon of virtue. The very notion that she could be the killer is absurd.
Oh, yes. She is an angel. That much I'll agree. But there's more than one sort of angel in this world, isn't there?
Darlings, I've lived long enough to know that people can always surprise you. But leaving aside the aspect of character, just how in the world would a delicate young lady like Miss Charisse be able to overpower and kill a man like the prince? He had to have been twice her size, at least.
Yes, I suppose we should get that little detail out of the way first. You see, the prince... was stabbed, yes, but that came later. If you look at the body, there's very little blood. Besides, if a woman like Charisse had attacked the prince head-on, it would be almost impossible to avoid getting blood all over that frilly white dress of hers. It's clear that by the time the stab wound was delivered, the prince was already helpless, or maybe even dead.
So what do you suppose happened then?
Let's think back for a moment. Just what was the prince doing when he left us for the last time?
I just told him about a phone call. He was going to take it in the hall.
Indeed he was. At the top of the double stairs, there's a phone, isn't there? And that's where the attack actually took place. The killer took advantage of the dark and the distraction of the phone call to shove the prince over the balcony. Take a look at his leg and the way he landed, if you like. The truth is clear enough.
Yeah, I saw it. It did look like he fell. And you really think I did that? But why? Why do such a terrible thing?
To answer that question, we need to take a step back as to why you were dating our dark and mysterious prince in the first place. You see, my dear, you were... getting close to the prince for one reason and one reason only: to investigate him. Particularly, investigate his finances.
Investigate him? But why ever would Miss Charisse do a thing like that? She's not a detective, too, is she?
Not professionally, perhaps, but not long ago, she found out something very troubling to her. It was you who told me that, Leah dear, wasn't it?
We learned that her family had been mixed up with some really bad people. No. Oh, they're just bad. With true evil. She just wants to make up for it all. Make it all right again. Sometimes I worry she thinks she can carry the weight of the whole world if she pushes herself hard enough.
Your family had been doing business with a good number of unsavory characters, hadn't they, little miss?
Yes. It's true. They had.
And based on the family records that you inherited, you suspected that one of those characters was Prince Titanico. It seems telling that you two gentlemen don't seem to find this terribly implausible, do you?
What, me? Well, the boss, it's not really my place, ma'am. I'm just a valet.
I wasn't really privy to the business side of things, you know.
Of course you weren't, dear. Regardless, the prince saw Miss Charisse as a helpless ingenue that he could bamboozle and sweep off her feet. But the truth is, she was the one using him to get close to him so as to snoop on his finances.
I just needed to know the truth. I needed to know how far it all went. Look, it's true Sherry thought the prince was up to no good. But she didn't kill him. I mean, how would she even? What, you think she was just gonna follow him around all night? And hope he got close enough to a railing for a little shove? What kind of plan is that?
This is it. There was too much at stake. She couldn't have left anything to chance. I have to show this whole thing was planned from the start. How could she have been certain to get the prince by himself? That, my dear girl, is simple. The phone call.
But I answered that call.
Yes, but it was for the prince, wasn't it? Charisse knew that the prince would take the call by himself on the phone in the hall. It would be the perfect time to catch him alone and distracted. And she was perfectly prepared for it because... you were the one to tip off the caller. That call came from a financial auditor, a rather fastidious one who had been expressly asked to call.
Good heavens, of course! He'd certainly make sure to be speaking in private with a call like that.
Exactly. Knowing he'd be distracted and alone, a quick shove was all it took. Then she scurried to the bottom of the stairs, knife in hand, just to make absolutely sure. I wonder, what might you have whispered to him in those final moments, Did you recount to him his sins? Did you tell him why he had to die?
No! It isn't true! It's not! Stop this. All of it! Sherry wouldn't kill anyone. She's just too good for that.
Kill maliciously or for personal gain? No, I believe you there. All that sickening sweetness, it isn't an act. But if she thought she was profoundly justified? An angel of justice, if you will. Now that I can see.
My word, what a story! Won't the court be talking about this one for weeks? I hear sirens.
Miss Charisse, there's no more time. Run while you can. Plops and I will fight them off while you escape.
Wait, what? Speak for yourself, you cheap circus sideshow.
It's all right. Show the police in. I'll go with them.
Sherry, no! You can't! I'll get you out of this, I promise. Just...
Leah, don't.
This isn't over, Sherry. It's not.
I know. And I won't give up. But now's not the time. As for you, Misfortune, we'll meet again sometime, I think.
Ah, yes. Probably at the trial, I imagine. Ta-ta, then.
Goodbye, everyone.
Farewell, brave Miss Cherise.
I should have been relieved that it was all over, but the way she looked at me that last time before she walked away, I couldn't help a slight shudder in spite of myself. Was it at all possible that she really hadn't done it? Would her wealth and connections get her off regardless? But those were questions for another day. The important thing for now was that I was off the hook. One really must look on the bright side of things from time to time after all.